US and Japan block G7 deal to end coal.
Here's a summary of the article.
Days of negotiations at the G7 Leaders Summit in Cornwall failed to set an end date for coal after the US and Japan blocked a deal. The Biden administration, fixated on cultivating the Democrats' razor-thin Senate majority and the coal mining sympathies of West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, was wary of any language specifically clamping down on coal. The 25-page final statement committed to an overwhelmingly decarbonized power system in the 2030s, and to accelerate the transition away from unabated coal capacity, meaning coal without carbon capture technology. No specific date could be named. That was not our doing, German Chancellor Angela Merkel said in response to a question from Politico. Of the G7 countries that have set a coal phase-out date, Germany is the latest at 2038. A government official couldn't say whether Tokyo would change its current policy of funding coal only in countries where it considers there is no viable alternative fuel. In many developing countries, coal use is still rising. China has said it won't begin decreasing coal use until 2026 at the earliest. The U.S. resistance to setting a timeline on coal highlights the political jeopardy for leaders with significant coal industries.
This post received a score of 18,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It would have much easier to pass the deal if they included the magic words, to stand up to, counter China.
Huh. Didn't G7 just propose to end coal like a couple of hours ago and US is on the G7?
Those motherfuckers. Greater than but the Biden administration, fixated on cultivating the Democrats' razor-thin Senate majority and the coal mining sympathies of West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, was wary of any language specifically clamping down on coal. Yup, there we go.
Why is Manchin even a Democrat? More often than not he's at odds with Democratic politicians. It's like ordering scallops when you don't like seafood.
He's an old-school Union Democrat back when the party was more rural, more white and more fossil fuel-oriented. Remember, Republicans used to be more conservationists back then.
He's also the only Democrat elected in West Virginia where Trump won 70% to Biden's 29%. The only way to make Manchin irrelevant is to flip another red seat. People think primarying Manchin with a progressive like Swearingen, who got trounced, is going to wake up to a Republican-led Senate where the Democrats take 5 steps back.
It's a shame too. The name Swearingen needs to make a comeback.
Swigden, Wu crossed fingers.
San Francisco cocksucker.
I thought Biden wanted to end coal? Also, every time I hear the word coal I think of that Dave Chappelle joke.
What's the Dave Chappelle joke?
About Trump saying he's going to bring back coal. He goes on a rant about how he's never even seen a fucking lump of coal and doesn't even know what it's for. He finishes the joke by saying instead of looking for coal they need to be searching for truffles because truffle prices are ridiculous.
Didn't Trump say you can literally wash the coal to make it clean?
I live in Australia with Dullard the Clown as PM who has no intention of reining in coal production. If US are not going to do it, Satan will need to climb up out of the Earth's core to stop Australia's coal production.
Alas, Scott Morrison seems all too willing to rein in coal production. Now if only he would rein it in, instead.
As more depressing news regarding the environment rains down upon us, I reined myself in to take a moment to enjoy this comment. Smiling face, may your comment reign over all others in this thread.
Sigh. On the bright side, if I live long enough, New Jersey will be covered by the Atlantic.
And long before that you can watch us flee Florida. Edit, Spieling.
Who said you could flee? Go down with the ship.
The southern part of Florida will start to go under first, but that mostly people from New York and New Jersey, so you might want to scoop up some cheap real estate in Baltimore while you can.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.